Well, new mortgage holders will benefit from next July when the federal government's banking reforms kick in, banning those exit fees.
But in the meantime, for those unhappy with their current home loan, it might still pay to shop around for a better deal. So is it worth looking into moving your mortgage now? We send a camera out to see what you think.
Absolutely. If I can get a cheaper rate, I'd be crazy not to. You know, the banks have made it too hard for too long.
Because I've got a mortgage with a fixed interest rate, which I would probably change, but exit fees, you know, affect that obviously, so I haven't changed because of that reason.
If I was unhappy with it, yes, I would. At this stage, we're not doing too bad.
There's a lot of people that have got old mortgages and we're still going to have to pay, and it just seems that they're feeding those who are new mortgages, you know, mortgagees, whereas we're all going to be stuck.
But are current home loan holders stuck? Money expert Anthony Bell is here with more. Hi, Anthony. Why are the reforms only kicking in 6 months and not immediately?
Well, it takes a little bit of time also to put the current banks on notice, to get their documentation in line, and also to let the general community know that they can get out there and start thinking about changing without those golden handcuffs stuck with those old bank lenders that the viewers in the street were talking about.
Yeah, OK, so for those looking for a better deal on their mortgage now or now-ish, what are the first steps we should take?
They're still out there, lads. I think the thing is to find out and acquaint yourself of exactly where you are at in terms of what you're paying now. So you can go online and find out from most banks and also financial institutions exactly what you're currently paying now. Then start looking around at competitors and finding out what their quotes are and if there is actually a saving there. The fastest way to get an improvement is to ask your current lender to match the competition. And remember, banks love to do those sorts of things. And to go to the extreme point, go to a mortgage broker and get him or her to do all the hard work for you.
OK, what disadvantage do you have to weigh up against the benefits of moving your loan?
Yeah, we talk about all the time, Kylie, about people say, let's just shift or change. But it is actually a hassle. It's a paperwork hassle. And you also have to go through the current things such as exit fees. When you go into a new mortgage with a new bank, there'll be a valuation that's required, and you're going to have to pay for that. You also want to have a close look at the terms. So some great institutions that are cheaper also won't give you like a 30-year term. They'll only give you 20 or 25-year terms, and that actually makes your repayments go up theoretically on a month-to-month basis. And also too, there are some institutions that will insist on principal and interest, and others that will say if you've got a fair bit of equity, they'll let you go interest only for a while, and that keeps those payments down. After all, it's about the cash that you spend at the end of the month to keep your mortgage in check.
Do we need to be a little bit careful of the banks, because they're so very clever, aren't they, where they put the ball there in the cup and they move it around a little bit? With the money they're going to lose on the exit fees, any chance they're going to try and pick that up with some hidden costs entering?
No, I think there's a guaranteed certainty that the guys in the banks will be saying, OK, if we're not going to pick it up there, we'll get on the merry-go-round a bit later on. Do you remember the lads going back into the 90s when Aussie home loans first started? And they were really cool. I mean, they actually brought the big banks down to their lower rates of interest. I think that what the government's implying here is it's actually setting up for some of the smaller lenders to actually put a product together that the community starts moving to them, and possibly even bring the big Goliath banks down to what the small lenders are actually doing and saving most Aussies a couple of bucks.
OK, let's hope that's the case. Your old lender won't want to lose your customer, so can I make it difficult for you to leave them? Obviously the exit fees, but that is going to be dealt with in 6 months' time.
Well, do you remember when we were at school, Kyle, you know, sort of even the Commonwealth dollar saver accounts, everyone had that picture of the Commonwealth Bank and you put money in it. And
they still do that.
Well, and that's about a relationship with Commonwealth, and the banks definitely work on that. When you talk about honeymoon periods, you have to watch out for that, and also too that's an enticement to get you over, but it will go back to normal rates. Service fees are really important, as are valuation fees, and also too the loan term is also to a hook as well. So if you're particularly an older Australian, they might be actually saying, look, we're not going to give you a 30-year loan because we don't think you're going to live that long. They will bring the term back. I mean, if you're a little bit older, you won't get the cheaper rates that you might otherwise get at your current bank.
Okay.
Do we have to review these things, or is it enough for us to get the statement each month and dread it and hate it, or do we have to look into it? Do we need to review our mortgages regularly?
Lads, I think it's actually worth looking at it on probably a 6-monthly basis in competition to what others are offering. Remember that point we made a bit earlier, is that it's not a bad idea to just get on the phone to your bank and actually ask them for a better deal. And most banks will actually match it if they fear they're going to lose your business.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Anthony.
OK, Carl,
We've got to say good luck too for the Sydney Hobart. You and Laz on board loyal.
We're excited. The people spoke Kyles, do you know what I mean? So the David in a David Goliath sort of battle. But yeah, no, we're looking forward to it, and we think we're set to go.
You got a couple of days training then.
I know, a little bit more to go.
It's exciting. Thank you, mate. We'll see you at 6.